Okay, hi. I'm so sorry that my stream cut out way too many times. But the advantage of the stream cutting out is that ooh, I'm just gonna do a vlog and I'm just gonna video shit that's going down in my neighborhood right quick. And then you don't have to worry about anything cutting out and I can go further so you can see more. So here is the end of our street. So this is my house, right, with that bright ass light. And if you turn here, this is the train tracks and that's a layup. So it's not an actual like thorough way for the trains. It's just a layup. So we don't get a lot of like train, noise. It's just when they like switch them out. But this is how close we are to like a main city road. But we're gonna go to the end of this street and we're gonna be super close to the park. So I live really close to like a city park that like Chauncey can play at and have a good time. But obviously nobody's gonna be there. But the wind is picking up. It's becoming really windy and it's starting to really band out here. So the reason that I couldn't continue stream is that all day my Wi-Fi was cutting out and I didn't, it was like I was switching from Wi-Fi to cell back to, back and forth. And so I didn't really, notice which one I was using, and I didn't notice the lapse until I started using the phone, but just the phone by itself. Oh, you hear that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the wind is coming from the northeast. We've got a huge gust. So we're getting some of the bands right now, some of the banding. Nothing too major. Talk's a big game. Okay, let me hold it with this hand now. My arm's getting tired. But so we're at the street corner. We're at the end of the road. And okay, so it's like super minimal flooding. Super minimal. It's just what you would get in a normal rainstorm. But our forecast is that we're going to get 50% of the rain that we would get in a year in 3 days. And we're not in a flood zone, but there's definitely gonna be some we're gonna get a little waterlogged. It's super dark here because there's no street lights, so I'm safe. Don't worry. We're almost to the end of another street, like a short side street. I'm just gonna take us to the park, which is like 3 blocks away. We're gonna check that out, and then we're gonna go back home. Nothing major. I don't like to go too far from the house, but I do just kind of want to show you guys like the neighborhood. Oh, another band. All right. So now we're going to the park. You hear this? Can you hear the sound? Okay, so that is the local sewage drain. So that's everything kind of like draining from the street into the sewer. And this is our little bits of, debris. Some palm fronds flew over, whatever. Okay, switching hands again. But I only wanted to do this earlier in the night because like my stream is cutting off. But I was talking about like it's like the witching hour is really when everything's really gonna hit the fan. Like in the middle of the night. Like while we're sleeping, 2, 3 in the morning is when it's supposed to get really bad. And that's kind of the trend with hurricanes in general. Everything that I remember has always been in the middle of the night. I've been up way later than I should be. Okay, we're in the playground. There's nothing. But it's like hurricanes and childbirth. I've been through both of those, and they've both been at ungodly hours. It's never at noon, it's never lunchtime. It's always at 3 in the morning. Okay, so my hat's blowing away again. I don't know if I told you, I don't know if you heard it. I said it on stream, but this is Cliff's gardening hat. But we've got a huge tree here in the park. It's kind of hard to see with no lights, but this is another, you know, tree that we need to keep our eyes on. Okay, it's getting a little blurry. Can I clear it up a little? Okay. Now we're gonna walk back. So this is how close, for those of you who are like my Instagram friends, and you see Chauncey playing at the park all the time, this is how close it is. It took us like 4 minutes to get here, and it's because I was walking slow and talking. When we like power walk here, it's quick. You know, it's just a couple blocks away. I'm looking both ways across the street, but it doesn't matter because nobody's on the road. And nope. Holy shit. Somebody is getting so stoned right now. Oh my God, Velma! Okay. So this is our neighborhood kitty cat. And I'm surprised she's out. Oh my gosh, Velma. Hey girl. Hey. What are you doing out in the storm? She's a Florida woman. She's a Florida cat. So I met Velma when I first had Chauncey. And I started walking Chauncey through the neighborhood. Because you're like postpartum, you've got to get exercise, but the only exercise you can really do is walking, you know. So I either wore her on my chest in a carrier or pushed her in a stroller. And this cat would walk us home all the time. And I'm like, well, who's this cat? And then I found out on the Nextdoor app that her name is Velma. Oh, hey, sweet girl. But she's so nice and she's so good with Chauncey. Like, even when Chauncey was a teensy little, you know, just learning to walk and like not completely sure with her hands, she never hissed, never snapped, you know, let her grab her tail, let her chase her. She was cool with it because she's like, listen, you're a baby. You don't know. I'm going to wipe the camera again. FYI. Okay. So I'm a little surprised that Velma's out. What is this? Okay. Thought I saw a creature in the road, but it is not. Oye, Velma. You need to go home. Go home, baby girl. Okay. We got another band coming. It just moved the palm fronds debris in the road. Okay, can you see these two like huge tree branches competing? Can you see that? Wow. And then it's done. And then it's like quiet and not really blowing again. So it's just banding right now. Again, I'm gonna be home well before the eye wall gets anywhere near the vicinity of us. I'm not that crazy. You may think I am, and I understand that, but All right, we're getting into the dark part of the cross street again. Velma is not following me home, for those of you concerned about her well-being. I think she knows that she needs to stay very close to her home. But for now, here in Orlando, here in College Park, Orlando, it's kind of just like a really windy storm. We're not getting a lot of the craziness. Hopefully I'll get to sleep through. Okay, so, whoa, okay, can you see the street? It's picking up. So it's time to go home. That's my street. So don't worry, I'm safe. I'm on my way home. I did want to call out the, if you can see it, the flooding in the streets. So it's already kind of risen. I've got my boots on though, just in case.